if you've ever been conducting a live fire training exercise with a holstered SIG M17 and all you could think about throughout the duration of the training is, I hope this SIG doesn't ruin my leg day and ventilate my thigh a little bit more than it was before, and now my dirtbag of an ex-wife gets $500,000 in my SGLI. Well, we've all been there. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, guys. Today we're going to be discussing the real issue with the SIG statements that have been coming out here lately, and the real issue that everyone I think is missing, the real point, okay? If you want to support the channel, do all the YouTube stuff, like the video, comment down below if you've ever been doing a live fire training exercise and you're using your M4A1 or you're using your SIG Spear and all you're thinking about is, dude, this M17 could legitimately go off and blow my freaking knee off or blow my thigh apart for no reason, right? If you've ever been there, go ahead and hit that like button. Comment down below your story. If you've seen anything crazy during a training evolution or whatever, post those down below. I look forward to reading those comments. And today we're going to be discussing the real issue, okay? The real issue with SIG Sauer being grandiose, you know, and posting all these statements basically saying the SIG P320 is perfect and there's never been an issue. It's the most tested and tried and true handgun ever created, right? And it's the perfect gun, and SIG denies it, and for SIG it ends today. All that is a bunch of bullshit. And today, this is what I say to you, SIG. Boom. Fallout guy does not approve. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of backstory behind all this. You're going to have to deal with a rant style format for this video. I'm in the parking lot of the gym and I am cracked out of my mind on pre-workout. So bear with me. If you want to support monetarily, there'll be links down below to do that for all the actual training and burn down videos and all the content that I produce. So thanks for supporting. Let's talk about it. So the real issue with SIG saying there's never been an issue, the guns are perfect. Right now, as I sit here in the gym parking lot filming this video on my weekend, on my day off, there are tens of thousands of infantrymen, there are tens of thousands of artillerymen, military police, you name it, law enforcement, dudes and gals that are right now sitting in a Bradley fighting vehicle, sitting in a C-130 about to jump, sitting in a C-17, sitting on the edge of a UH-60 or a CH-47 Chinook, dudes that are patrolling right now through swamps, through mountains, Arctic conditions, you name it, right? Through the jungle. They're patrolling, they're trying to, you know, serve a freaking, they're trying to kick down the door of some dude that's beating his spouse on post, whatever, right? I know I talk shit about MPs a lot, but there are dudes right now that have holstered up M17s in red condition, you know, one in the chamber, weapon on safe, and there are dudes that are relying on that gun right now. And what they should not be worried about is when they transition from their M4A1 to that sidearm, or if that sidearm goes off on its own or gets dropped or uncommanded discharge into their freaking leg, that shouldn't even be a part of the conversation at all, right? A MP shouldn't have to worry about sliding their freaking seatbelt off and the seatbelt itself contorting the handgun slightly and causing that gun to go off. An infantryman, a mortarman, right, a medic, you name it. A medic shouldn't have to worry about treating a casualty and their M17 executes the casualty in their freaking Safariland holster. You guys see what I'm getting at? And yeah, I'm freaking, here, I'm jacked up. I'm freaking fired up because of my pre-workout. But I think you guys kind of get what I'm saying here, right? You shouldn't be worried about that medic. We'll just use the medic as an example. That medic, he sees that one of his soldiers get blown to pieces, right? And he's going up to render aid. He's got his holstered M17. No part of this equation should his M17 in red status with the safety on, a round chambered, properly holstered with the level 3 hood on his Safariland, at no point should that medic be even remotely worried that that SIG M17 is going to go off in that casualty's face. At no point should a civilian law enforcement officer be conducting a search warrant, pulling over a felony traffic stop, whatever. At no point should that officer be like, oof, I wonder if my gun's going to go off today. Like, as a platoon sergeant or a squad leader, an infantryman, as a team leader, as a basic rifleman, if you get issued an M17, you should not be out here, you know, worrying about if you transition to your M17, if you touch it the wrong way, or if you drop it, it's going to go off. That shouldn't even be a part of the equation. With the M9, it was not. I'll just use that as an example, right? With the Beretta M9, I've been serving for 13 years. I've been there and I've done that, right? At the M9, you chamber, slide forward, hammer down, right? Decock. Okay, you decock, and you, based on your unit SOP, you either leave it on safe or you put it back on fire and holster. Okay, I'll say that again. Slide lock to the rear, mag in, slide forward, decock, chamber check, and holster. At no point with the Beretta M9 was anybody like, oh man, I wonder if my gun's going to go off today. At no point, okay? I can't use other manufacturers because they weren't actively, issued to me. Well, the Glock 17 Gen 2 I did serve with, and at no point in the 173rd, when we had the Glock 17 Gen 2s, during all the shooting courses that we did and all the train up did, were we ever like, dude, I wonder if my Glock is going to go off in my holster. At no point was that even a factor. At no point when I was a Bradley commander, a section leader, a Bradley commander, was I ever worried about my Beretta M9, going off in the holster. At no point as a weapons squad leader was I ever worried about my Beretta M9 going off in the holster or not being drop safe. So the message is simple, right? Again, SIG, this is my message to you, okay? Fix your product. For the vast majority of guys on the internet that are consuming this drama or whatever, it's not a big deal, right? You're going through the stage of whatever, everyone's trolling SIG, and that's good. That should happen. But the real issue is right now, as I'm making this video and as I'm going to take a sip of pre-workout, there's some dude pulling somebody over. There's a squad leader that's clearing a room with his squad. At no point should any of these individuals be worried about even a 1% chance that the gun is going to go off uncommanded. So the truth is, to get you guys out of here, the truth is, because I'm starting to get high on pre-workout, if you're that guy right now, you're on patrol. How do you have your phone if you're on a patrol? If you're an MP, I guess, and you're sitting in your squad car, or you're a young private and you're sitting in the CTA watching it, or the company area, and you're watching this, or you're a young squad leader, young team leader, or even a platoon sergeant or a first sergeant, and you're watching this, we have to educate our guys. The SIGs clearly have issues, right? We have to educate our guys. We have to be safe. We have to train around the issue, but we can't hinder ourselves. We can't be less lethal, right? So, unfortunately, and obviously this video doesn't represent the Department of Defense, doesn't represent the United States Army. This is just me, right? This is just trench talking. But as from trench to you, I think we have to make ourselves aware. We have to handle the weapons with care, but we can't walk around with the guns unloaded, because we still need them. When we need them, right? So I would say understand the issues. It sucks that we're even in this predicament. It's unfortunate. Make sure we train our guys properly on weapons maintenance for the SIG Spear and the M4A1. Make sure we're operating our rifles and our carbines properly. Make sure we maintain them properly to an even higher standard than we were before, to make sure that rifle doesn't go down, and that we don't need to transition to that M17. But if we do need to transition to the M17s, we need to train our guys how to use them properly, do a proper PMI on them, make sure they don't go out here spreading propaganda, but make sure they are informed. There have been alleged issues on the M17, and that just be cognizant, right? Be cognizant, and that's all we really can do as a community. Okay, so to keep you guys out of here, because now at this point, random hollow point is random. Okay, at this point, the message is going to be very simple. Okay, Make sure we educate our guys. It's unfortunate that we're to the point that we are now with this SIG drama and them making a statement every week basically saying the guns are perfect. But what we don't want to have happen, I do have a ball around here. What we don't want to have happen is one of our guys is on a patrol and has a uncommanded discharge into their leg and kills them or kills a buddy, whether due to direct impact or a ricochet. So make sure we're educating our guys on the SIG M17 outside of PMI or POI. Make sure we're giving them a proper class, and make sure we do our best to try to train them to trust the gun. But it is an uphill battle, because you can look at the M17 and you can see the finish wears rapidly compared to the Berettas, compared to anything, right? Compared to our M4s, compared to the Spears, even though the finishes aren't really that great on those either. I don't know what's going on. That tan finish just comes off immediately with the SIG products. But bottom line, make sure we're training our guys to trust the gun, but to be informed. That's all we really can do, because we can't go against, can't go against any orders or any mission statement that is placed on us. So we will use the gear that we are issued, but just make sure you guys are training around the issue and you inform your soldiers, right? Okay, hopefully this video was helpful for everybody. If you like the video, all I ask is that you hit the like button. If you want to donate monetarily to the burn downs and give me more of these so I can keep testing stuff for you guys, thank you. There'll be links down below for that. Let me know what your thoughts are on the SIG M17. Reminder, the message allegedly to that company. And until next time, this is going to be Trench Grenade, your average SIG M17 hater that your mom said that we have at home, signing out. Cheers.